Let's start with gears that don't require a frame, right? They hold together even though there's no axles, there's no frame that connects them together. The reason that this works is that there are these pegs that go into grooves. These grooves are along epicycloids, which is the curve, sort of a spirograph curve that lets them hold together. To prove that there's really nothing holding them together, here's passing a screwdriver through between the gears. The point of doing this, or one point, was to create these kind of braiding gears where they connect together. They're held together by only one gear in the middle, but which one it is can change. Here's the 3 gears rotating around. Here's a secondary puzzle. How did I make this perfectly looping video? Here's a similar looking configuration of 3 gears that maybe you've seen before, but maybe you see there's a problem. If this gear is going this way, that means this gear is going this way, so what's going on over here? And over here, the teachers, the students, and the parents come together, and no movement is possible. So there's a challenge here. Is there a way to make a configuration of 3 symmetric gears that pairwise gear into each other, which can move? So this was a solution of a triple gear of 3 interlinking rings. Here's a video showing this. This has an extra gear going, or a helical gear, which is driving them. This is a motorized version. Here's a sort of easier way to do this, not using rotational gears, but using racks, so translating. That's 3 racks which translate into each other and all symmetrically gear into each other. Here's a tetrahedral version, again with racks, so 4 racks that gear into each other. And the current record is 5. This came out of a conversation I had, I think, maybe 4 years ago with Jane and John Kostick. They showed me this geometry that could go to 5 gears that pairwise gear into each other.
We were also interested in how to make mechanisms gear together. So this is an example of the Jitterbug, which was, this is an example of the Jitterbug, and the idea behind having gears here is that adding a gear in gives it a lot more stability. You've got an entire line along which everything has to rotate together. So this basically takes an octahedron and opens it up into a cuboctahedron. And we were interested in what happens if we take a cuboctahedron and open it up into a rhombic cuboctahedron. And so this, we have these square faces over here and Y-shaped faces over here, and the square face needs to rotate by 90 degrees, whereas the triangular face has to rotate by 120 degrees. But the catch is they don't rotate at a constant rate, so we needed to develop some acircular gears to allow this to rotate smoothly together. Then we took this, and this is inspired by the tailspin, I guess, whiplash toy that we've got it on our table that was designed by Oscar van Deventer. And so his is linear, so we wanted to see if we could fold it up into a cube net. And so this is what we've got. Here's a couple of other examples. These ones don't have gears, but we're kind of moving on to mechanisms. So this is taking, these are auxetic mechanisms that expand in all different ways and can tile space. Here's another example. This one's modular. You can reconfigure it. So here's a big version of it. And lastly, this is the one that we have that has the highest expansion factor that we could find.
And some other linkages. This is with a undergraduate student I'm working with, these kind of grid-like scissor linkages. It turns out that if you use cyclic quadrilaterals for the base shapes of these scissors, then you can go through a 1 degree of freedom motion and get these beautiful expanding sort of John Edmark style constructions. Some other expanding objects. We've only got 30 seconds, so let's quickly see. This is the crystal structure of diamond. Okay, let's go very slowly through this slide, which is the Tetris-based expanding and shrinking mechanism, which then eats you. And thanks for watching. This is if you missed it in the last Inspettor's talk, this is the Discord server for the illustrating math community. So there's another chance. Right, thank you.